Man, this match was crazy. This match was crazy. Man. So, I built that team I posted. Took over an hour. That's what's up. I cannot do that. I got a lot of respect for team builders because I can't do that shit. Man. So, I start lead Manetric on the Magnezone. I don't click Flamethrower. I get greedy and I go for Volt Switch. I assume Chansey would come out because why would Chansey not? But that's okay. So I go into Clef, assuming a Toxic's going to come out. Ice Beam. I'm not really sure what this Quag's going to do, but I figured if I stayed in, I could get it to reveal some moves. I'm sure it's unaware, and he has like a whole team of Pokemon, but I figured if I Calm Mind and I start throwing off attacks, he'll do something. So it gives me the Venusaur. It gives me 50% on the Venusaur, which is great. I go for Psyshock here because I thought it would be Mega Venusaur. It might have been, and he might just not have clicked Mega Evolve. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. Real team builders know. Reading loads of analysis and deleting it over and over again out of frustration. True. I've tried. I'm just not good at it. Alrighty. So now we see an incredible pink matchup. My Clefable versus Chansey. I do have Psyshock, but it's not doing any sorts of damage until I'm at like +6. But it is what it is. I'm PP stalling this thing. I'm hoping ideally he gets bored before I do and switches the Chansey out, which does happen. I played very overly cautious this first game. I wanted to make sure that I had a lot of resources long term and I didn't get anything unnecessarily burnt or toxic or anything crazy like that. Gliscor, Clefable, and Taunt Jelly is great tools for stall, absolutely. And Taunt Jelly worked overtime this game until it met an unfortunate fate later on, but it did a lot. I just didn't want it coming out when there was ever a chance of an Ice Beam Freeze or a Toxic. And I have Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Hex, and Recover on it, so I don't have Scald to unthaw myself if I get burnt. But I have the tools to do everything I really need. I'm able to get my Gliscor Orb off, which is great for me. Taunt Heatran, definitely also, yeah, especially if it's got Magnastorm to trap. I'm SD Gliscor. Figured find out if it's Rocky Helmet. It is counter. I kind of figured I'd get Whirlwinded out, but that's fine. I'll use this as an opportunity because they're clicking Hazard, so I get Ferrothorn in for free. I click Leech Seed here, yeah, in case that you want Hard Magnezone. I figured in a matchup like this, I just kind of want my own hazards up, so I'll sack Ferrothorn. I don't see it doing a whole lot this game. But then Spinnard was so kind as to defog all of his hazards just to get rid of my rocks. Very crazy. Yeah, did you run into CBB? And then Skarmory stays in on the Flamethrower. So then I'm able to get a kill. I Volt Switch out on the Chansey. It's at half. I go Clef. We see a Heal Bell come off. Wish Killer? Oh, man. You ran into Wish Killer on the ladder. That's tough. How'd that go? I Earthquake as he goes into Magnezone. And we're at turn 30 and half the team's gone. How much longer could this possibly go? Oh, man. So I don't have a great answer to attacking Quagsire, but what I do have is a Taunt Jellicent. I unfortunately go for Wisp first before I Taunt, so he's able to get +1, making these Moonblasts pretty annoying. I went for Will-O-Wisp because I assumed that this would be unaware. I think a lot of players love unaware Combine Clefable, and I figured that's what I'd be facing here. But as I go into my Will-O-Wisp here, I see that there's no burn damage, so it is unaffected. It's Magic Guard, which is great for me because that opens up a big opportunity for my own Clefable, which I already did have because I had Psyshock, but like whatever. So I'm able to recover up. Quag comes out, and unfortunately, there is just nothing that Spinnard has that deals with Jellicent at all. At all. I forgot the sets when I played that team yesterday, so I DM'd Kitchard and asked him for the sets. That's the strat. Now I got the Chansey Wicked Load down to 38 and Burnt. Burnt does 12 in this generation. We're down to 26. But I just keep clicking Taunt. I just keep clicking Taunt. I'm not risking anything. It's great. This Jellison absolutely working overtime this game. And in classic oras faction, I mean, we just see Clefable versus Clefable. Clefable versus Clefable. I side shock the Chansey, hoping I get a crit, and I end this a little prematurely. Didn't happen, so use this as a great opportunity to get my own hazards up. I have absolutely nothing to... I don't have a ton to fear. The Clefable could come out and start setting up, but at that point I would just switch. Scary part is if his Clip got that crit first, he could have won. Yeah, he could have crit me first and then dodged my banded Tyranitar Stone Edge and won. Which is why I tried to play very, very, very cautiously up until this point. But yeah, I would have needed like banded Stone Edge into like a couple other attacks, and then whatever I had left probably wouldn't have beat Quag. You changed it to CBTAR? I thought it was Scarf. I might be lying. I might be lying. Hold up. I might be lying. I think I did change it to CB. Hold on. Let me switch the flow. Yeah, no, it is Scarf. I lied. Yeah, I would have been fucked. Which is why I go for so many, why I don't go all the way for +6 right away, and why I go for a lot of Psy Shocks just to keep it low, so I could 2-hit KO it between T-Tar Gliscor. Because I could go Jellicent because my Jellicent's faster, and then taunt, and then die, and then attack it twice. But if I got crit, and then I got my Stone Edge dodged, then I probably would have lost. Choice Band Hoopa Baby would have already won. True. Baby Hoopa goes crazy. That is such a strong Pokemon. Before I saw that, like, CBB Webs team, I had no clue regular Hoopa was strong. I thought it was bad. That's crazy. And then, unfortunately, my Jellicent does get frozen. So now I'm anxious, because this Clefable is kind of free to do whatever it wants. I go into Gliscor, and I can beat this thing with an SD, but then obviously unaware Quagsire doesn't care about it. He doesn't have Ice Beam, so it's not like I'm taking a ton of damage, but I just don't feel like PP stalling. I used to use regular Hoopa Squad. Do you remember it? Yeah, I figured you meant specs. Regular, I don't think Baby Hoopa is very good physical. I go Ferrothorn just off of the opportunity to get up some more spikes. So I want to keep this Quag low, because I just don't have, with my Ferrothorn this low, I just don't have a great opportunity to deal with Quagsire. So I'll start getting some spikes up, just because I want every time Quag to come out to just be a little less threatening, so I can potentially 2-hit KO it with Gliscor. Because that's the only thing keeping my Gliscor from winning right now is that Quagsire. And now we start the, you know, the typical Combine battle. CBB only loaded up Scream. Why is HO against me? True. Hoopa, Coco, Lando, Zard X, Nidoking. Fuck a team like that. Yeah, so you see me going for a lot of Psy Shocks here because I want to keep damage on this Clefable. Because I want to make sure that if I get haxed, that I can potentially 2-hit KO this thing with T-Tar into Gliscor. So this was very nerve-wracking. Weebs, ho? True, we got the Weebs chat and the emote. The Weebs emote in the chat. This was crazy. That's Slifer's favorite archetype. Look at this Combine battle. Very swag, very swag. Widgets. Oh, here we go. Alright. Dirty Clef is the Ice Beam, Combine, and Moonblast. Yeah, I have Ice Beam Psyshock. I don't have Moonblast. Alright. Twitch is being annoying. I'm trying to put a chat box on the screen, but it just doesn't want to. Whatever. We tried. We're able to defeat the Clefable. And then on turn 86, we Ice Beam the Quagsire. And that is a 86 turn 6-0 for Gen 6OU. That was my first game. And then young Spinnard chooses Gen 7. I obviously pull up with the Bingus squad. Why would I use anything else? Oh, fuck no. Oh my god, I hate that they play the sounds. Lead Ditto was crazy. Lead Ditto was crazy here. We watching all the replays today? Just the ones that have been done. Not all of them have been done yet. Oh, there we go. Chat's finally showing up. Alright, so we see Zen and Headbutt into Bingus. Luckily, Scarf Mega Medicham isn't going to do a ton versus me because of my Bingus. I get a burn on the Gliscor, which is fucking awesome. I was so happy to see that land. Yeah, we have to see Cameron Rocks versus Colin. Very epic battle of the century. I go hard Medicham here on the Chansey. Someone's going to die. And by that, I mean not Reuniclus. So I go for Fake Out here. Because I don't want to miss a high jump kick, because it wouldn't do any damage anyways. As we see a Calm Mind, I go for the hard read here that he stays in, so I go for Crunch. This is Banded T-Tar. This is not Scarf. This one is Banded. So I go for the Banded Crunch, knock the Reuniclus out, which is great for me, because now Medicham basically gets a kill every time it comes out. I go Lando on the Caesar just to get the Intimidate off, and then I U-turn into Among Us. Burnt Gliscor, game over, true. I don't think Gliscor is doing a lot of work this game anyways, between my Tapu Koko and a lot of others. I don't know why you'd go Gliscor on Mew though, no clue. But I do have HP Fire Among Us for this Mega Caesar, so I'm not really all that worried about it. I'm consistently getting about half, you know, so this is a complete stalemate. It's just risking a crit, honestly. We see Chansey finally come out. It makes sense. So I will go hard on my Mega Medicham. I don't care if I get Toxic. I don't care if I get Seismic Tossed. I'm out for blood. I'm out for blood. So I HJK, do 77. Barely don't kill the Ditto. But because of these rocks, unfortunately, HJK doing too much to Bingus. But knowing it's Choice Scarf, I can now go out into Landorus. I get an Intimidate off. And unfortunately, we see an HJK miss. It did not matter. Even with a crit, it wouldn't have killed me. But that's fine. I U-turn on this shit. I go right back out into James Charles. Hi, sisters. Hello, sisters. The Slifer Luck. Man, that shit didn't matter. That didn't matter. I HJK into Gliscor. That shit does 42. That's crazy. I have Ice Punch, so I don't need to risk a miss. Knock that shit out. Boom. Goodbye. I'm feeling very good about this match, especially seeing a Kartana when I have HP Fire. A Moongus. I made sure I had my bases covered for a lot of BS Pokemon. It's the Sun Moon sample team from Spinnard, and then I'm able to HP Fire on the Kartana. That shit just dies. We see Chansey come out again. I go hard into T-Tar because at this point I kind of want the 12-0. I want the double 6-0. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really wanted it. So I did not go into Bingus or sack anything. I go for the Greedy Pursuit for no reason. And Chansey stays in for some reason, so there you go. But luckily he didn't click soft boiled. And then we see this guy come out. He's at 12%. This is and it was a 12-0. I'll spoil it. It's very, very epic. The Slifer Luck will never stop. See 49% on that roll, but that's whatever. At this point, it's a stalemate. I'm going to crit before anything happens. I go for the Stun Spore just to hurry it up. Because, honestly, I'm going to crit. Or, even if I don't, I have more HP Fire PP than he has, Roos. And that's it. Boom. Goodbye. And that is the 2-0 and a 12-0 for your boy.